Okay, here we go. I don't even know where to look right now. Do I look here? Do I look there? Do I look here? Do I look there? I don't know where I'm looking. So hi, oh my gosh, biscuits. All right, don't look in the screen. Don't look in the screen. Okay, let's try that again. So hi, my name is June and welcome to a new thing that I'm doing. For those of you who know me well, you know I have something called BPD, or borderline personality disorder. For those of you who don't know me well, I'm June and I have borderline personality disorder. Surprise! You may be wondering, what the heck am I doing on YouTube? Even those of you who do know me well don't necessarily know the ins and outs of what goes through my mind on a daily basis, and nor should you. It's a weird thing to try to put yourself into somebody else's shoes. So here I am as somebody with BPD who lives a fulfilling life with struggles, and I want this channel to be sort of a portal into my life and how I function, how my brain works, and everything about the BPD side of my life mixed with my everyday existence. I want this channel to be enlightening and engaging and present information in a different way than most people I think are used to hearing information presented about mental health and mental disorders. I want to help people learn about mental health and mental illness in a more engaging and tangible way. So I wanted to bring a different kind of conversation to the table. And it doesn't matter how many people I'm reaching, whether it's small scale or large scale, I wanted to just be able to reach anybody who's willing to listen. Normally, when you look for YouTube videos or podcasts or any other type of media about BPD or personality disorders, it's generally through the lens of a doctor or a psychiatrist or a professor or a type of medical professional. But this channel is meant to be me. It's real, it's raw, it's semi-unscripted, and it's meant to be a glimpse into the actual life of somebody who has borderline or another personality disorder that isn't sort of a clinical, sterile lens. It's going to be from somebody who's actually living with BPD. Disclaimer, that being said, I am not a doctor and I have zero medical training, although I will occasionally ask for some input or some words of advice from some of my medical professionals on my team who do help me with therapy on a weekly basis. I am not here to diagnose anybody with BPD or give medical advice to anybody struggling with what they think is BPD. I'm just here to give a perspective that's unique and different than what's already out there. Throughout my channel, I will bring to the table a different topic or situation that I have found myself in and break it down and really discuss what went through my head, the situation at hand, how I reacted, what I could have done better, and what people who aren't struggling with BPD can do to help somebody like me who may need a little bit of help. I want to weave stories about my life into different mental health topics every episode that I put out. People may not assume that somebody like me struggles with a severe mental health issue from the outside. If you see my social media, if you know me in person, if you've heard stories about me, I can be fun and outgoing and the life of the party, and I have meaningful connections, and you would never really know from looking at me on the outside that I struggle with something as severe as borderline personality disorder. I really want to show how it manifests in my everyday life. One of the things that I want to do is get rid of the stigma, this negative stigma around mental health and talking about mental health in the open. You shouldn't be ashamed of it. You shouldn't be scared of it. You shouldn't feel ashamed of talking about your own mental health and your own mental health struggles, especially if you feel like you have to present as a perfect person on the outside. It's not scary. I'm not scary. People who have mental illness are not scary. BPD shouldn't deter you from having a meaningful, deep connection with somebody who has BPD. I think it's really important to discuss these kinds of topics and have somebody like me show you what it's like to have BPD and other mental health issues. You know, I struggle with things like severe OCD and severe anxiety, paranoia, impulsive behavior, risky behavior, adrenaline-seeking behavior. And I'll get a lot more into that as the channel goes on, but it's just a taste of what I struggle with every day. I'm 30 years old and I knew that I was struggling with something in my head, in my brain, since I was as young as 5 years old. And I didn't know who to turn to, how to talk about it, what kind of people would be willing to listen to me. And the older I've gotten, the more I've realized it just takes somebody to start talking about it, to get a dialogue going, to open up about these kinds of topics and really make it known that we are regular people, we are worthy of love, we are capable of loving, and we deserve everything in the world that somebody who doesn't have a personality disorder deserves. If any of this is exciting or interesting and you're curious about BPD or other personality disorders, like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'm really gonna try to put out as much content as I can while having a job, while being a legal consultant, while being in a pandemic. And I want to bring to light how I bring my BPD together with my social life, with relationships and friendships, my job, how I got through undergrad, how I managed to get through law school, and the pressures of social media and the pressures we feel as younger people to be perfect and to put this front on for everybody else, even though you may be struggling with something inside just like me. So be sure to like this video, subscribe for more content, and I really hope that this channel helps somebody in some way, whether it's somebody who's struggling with something like BPD or somebody who knows anybody who has symptoms or maybe presenting borderline symptoms. I want this channel to be an engaging, fun, informative place to come and learn about something like borderline personality disorder. So welcome to Living on the Borderline. I can't even get my name right.